Thanks for joining us on another episode of The Grind. Here's your host, JB.
Hey, welcome to another episode. I feel like it's been forever, and it seems like it kind of has. We're kind of in that little bit of a dead period, kind of sort of here in the college wrestling scene. At least for the collegiate teams, the individuals obviously have been pretty busy, and we'll hear about a little bit of what they've been up to from Coach here in just a minute. But before we get started, do us a big favor: share us, retweet us, subscribe to us, tag a friend, whatever it may be. We're on Twitter, YouTube, Rockfin, and I think there's one more, Facebook. We're on Facebook as well. So if you have any questions, comments for Coach, hop on over here on one of these channels. Hop on over here on Facebook, and we'll answer any comments or questions that you might have over there. But without further ado, let's go check in with Head Coach JohnMark Bentley. Coach, how's things going there in the Bentley house?
It's going good, Jeremy. Just a busy Thursday evening, just trying to get everyone home from school and practice and work and get ready for another day.
Yeah, that tends to be the kind of in the that time of the year, right? Everybody's, at least my daughter's, all excited about school coming to an end and end of grade testings and everything like that. Kind of in that period of the little kids' lives where it's a little bit chaotic, but looking forward to the summer, obviously.
Yeah, absolutely. I think our kids have another week and a half, 2 weeks left of school, and they've had a really good school year, but they're looking forward to summertime and getting to I guess maybe have some summer camps and some fun activities, maybe a vacation or amusement park here and there. So they're looking forward to it.
Yeah, definitely. I'm looking forward to summer period, Coach. I pulled up to the golf course this morning to walk into the office, and it was pretty frosty out there. I think I looked, and it was like 29, 30 degrees when I arrived at the office this morning. So I'm looking forward to some warmer weather and getting out on the golf course again with you.
Yeah, absolutely. My golf game is going to be a little bit rusty. It's been a busy spring, on top of everything with the wrestling program and trying to get our camps off the ground and get them ready to go this summer. I'm also building a house, which is kind of getting down to the last couple of months of it. And so I just got a lot of things going on right now. And so my golf game's probably going to take a little while to whip into shape this summer. So,
Coach, I've seen you golf. We could cut your clubs in half and you're still hitting better than I am.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. If anybody hasn't golfed with Coach, take him up on the opportunity sometime. Invite him out on the course with you if you're a golfer. I will tell you, he's pretty competitive at golf as well. So definitely looking forward to getting to that season, Coach. And you guys have a golf tournament. Speaking of golf, you guys have a golf tournament coming up here soon, correct?
Well, it's not real soon, but we did schedule it. It's in September. We did schedule our annual golf benefit. Just finalized the date last week with Boone Golf Club. You can go ahead and mark it on your calendars. We'll be putting out some more information about it in the upcoming weeks, but it'll be on September the 25th. It's the same week that our football program competes against Marshall at home. I think we play football against Marshall on Thursday night, and then our golf outing is that Saturday morning at Boone Golf Club on the 25th. So.
Nice. So it'll be a great weekend of App State athletic events that weekend for sure. So looking forward to that, and it'll be a good time. That time of the year is always tough. We talked about this last season when you guys had the tournament on a Saturday. I think that the football team ended up playing. So always tough to get something like that lined up, but good to see you guys got one lined up on a Saturday that not competing with the football team out there playing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Coach, we've got some good news coming out of the program. It's probably some of the best news we've heard in a while. Camps are coming back. Camps will be back in Boone, it sounds like, this summer.
Yeah, absolutely. Jeremy, it's been a bit of a long, delayed announcement, just trying to get all the approvals through the channels of our health department and the university and um, the health departments and that kind of thing. But we finally did get approval to host some summer camps this summer. We're going to have 5 camps, our technique training camp, but we're going to actually have our first ever youth camp. That'll be strictly for youth. And then our prospect camp, along with our 2 team camps. And our 2 team camps in July, will be limited to 350 will be the max capacity. So it'll be a little bit smaller than our normal camps, but that's what we were approved for to host this summer. So we just got registration up and going, and I'm in a lot of the preliminary stages of planning as far as schedules and staff and camp gear and merchandise and just all the many things that go with planning a camp, especially one of our size and magnitude. So, kind of getting that up off the ground. It's been a couple years, so I've been busy with that. But looking forward to having camps back on our campus this summer. I mean, as you know, historically our camps are some of the biggest in the country and are very vital for the success of our program. And so we're glad to get that ball rolling again and, welcoming young wrestlers back on our campus this summer.
Yeah, that is great to see that those camps are coming back, because you guys are so dependent really on that revenue to keep things, keep kind of the status quo. Obviously, we'd like to see it grow to the point where it's helping the program grow a little bit more with everything that needs to happen with it, and increasing the scholarship funds. But what most people don't realize, probably, that's supporters of App State and supporters of the wrestling program, that those camps are pretty vital just to maintain status quo where we're at. Taking the hit that we did last summer, not being able to have camps, that's quite a slap on the wrist for a program that really depends on that money.
Yeah, I mean, last summer was completely devastating. I mean, not only our camps being canceled, but just the pandemic and just in general, just all the things we dealt with that, and not being on the campus last summer. But it's something that we've managed to kind of weave our way through it, and try to find a way to still make it through the season. And we're really amped up and excited to have our camps back on the schedule this summer.
Yeah, we've got head coach JohnMark Bentley here on the grind tonight. We're over here on Facebook. We're talking about camps. If you're one of those, if you're a parent or probably a prospect of one of the camps, one of the wrestlers or something like that, and you have any questions or comments, hop on over here on Facebook. Glad to take those questions, those comments, and open the conversation up to head coach JohnMark Bentley. Coach, let's break it down a little bit. Let's talk about these camps, kind of who you're targeting, who's the ideal candidate to be involved in the camps, and really what that camp would look like as a camper. And obviously at the end of the time, we'll save some time and let people know how they can get in touch with you. The first camp we have coming up, it looks like it's June 28th through the 30th, the Technique and Training Camp. Tell me a little bit about who that is targeted to, who kind of the ideal camper for that type of camp is going to be for you.
I think it's targeted for middle school, high school wrestlers that are maybe new to the sport, or have just maybe a couple years under their belt of experience, or maybe are just in a program where, quite frankly, they don't get a lot of technical instruction. That camp is going to be geared specifically to skill progressions, technique, and really identifying, the positions that each, wrestler, the fundamentals that they need to, to start, jumping levels in the sport of wrestling. And so, we're going to have probably a very diverse group there as far as experience goes. But, the sole focus for that camp will be just on skill development and technical progression.
Yeah, that definitely sounds like a good camp to get those kids involved in. It's only 3 days. I would imagine it's it's from morning to night by the sounds of things. Doing that much in 3 days, it's got to be a pretty compact day.
Yeah, I mean, I think the first day we have 2 sessions. Second day we'll have 3. And then the last day, I think we have 2 more sessions. So, they're going to get quite a bit of technical instruction, and from, college coaches. And, we're going to, really address the fundamentals and the positions that we feel like are, vital to any, young wrestler competing at a high level in high school. And then, hopefully having the skills and the progression if they want to continue the wrestling further on, that, they got to have those base fundamentals and that core fundamentals, established as they start improving and competing in the sport.
Yeah. Is there a number limit on the number of attendees for this camp?
Yeah, that camp's capped at 200.
Ooh, yeah. If you're interested in getting that one, it looks like the registration's opened up already on those. If you're interested in getting that one, you probably need to jump on that one pretty soon. Is there still spots available for this camp, Coach?
There is. Yeah. All of our camps at this point still have some spots open. There's none of them that have filled up yet. But once we reach that number, we won't be able to take any more. And so I encourage you, if you're interested, get signed up today, and you can go on our, I think it's on our, there's a link if you go back on our Twitter feed, or if you go to Instagram and you go to App Wrestling, I think in the bio, you can search there in the bio, and it's got a link for our summer camps, and you can link on there and register, or you can just reach out to myself or one of our coaches, for more questions or anything like that about those camps. We'll be happy to point you in the right direction and make sure we get you to the registration site.
I'm going to see if I can find that link for us there, Coach, and post that here in the chat if anybody's interested. I've got it right here, and I will post that there in just a second. Here we go. There it is. It's posted in the chat now. If anybody's interested, it's in the Facebook chat. I'll also put it over on Twitter at the end of the conversation here. And I think there's a graphic that the wrestling team has on Instagram with the link in it there as well, with the URL that's going to be needed. So a couple of places to check it out. You will find it here. We'll have it on our Facebook and Twitter for sure, that you can click on the link and take it there. Coach, the next one you have there is the June the 28th through July 2nd, a little bit longer camp, youth camp. Who should attend this? What are you looking for? What's kind of the prospect and the camper look like for this camp?
So this is strictly a camp that focuses on youth wrestling, and this is something that over the last several years, I've had a tremendous amount of inquiries from coaches, parents that were wondering if we would do a youth camp in the summertime for youth wrestlers that wanted to grow and to get better and that kind of thing. And so, what we've done is taken that advice, and we've really kind of, put that, to use. And so what we've done is we've scheduled the 5-day camp, and it's just a day camp, but I think it's 7 to 12 years old. So any wrestler, it can be a beginning wrestler, it can be a wrestler that has several years of experience. So from 7 all the way to 12 years old, we're going to have plenty of staff. So we're going to divide the campers up by experience and knowledge and stuff like that. So we'll make sure that we get that taken care of, and we'll pair them with wrestlers that are similar in their experience level and that kind of thing, and so it should be a great camp for those youth.
Yeah, it looks like you've got one in training there with you right now. She's giving us some of those mean mug Bentley looks. She must be must be practicing out there on the mat with some of those stare downs. That's awesome. Yeah, this is. I will tell you, I sat next to a lady from the Chamber of Commerce yesterday at an event that I helped do some streaming stuff for the Chamber of Commerce, and we got to chatting about the wrestling program, and ended up being her son attended one of the, I guess, smaller camps that you guys had this past summer. Maybe it was to Dogtown or something like that, but she spoke very highly of the staff. There was definitely some staff that was involved. and participated and helped some of those youth wrestlers and got to those levels. And she was utterly impressed. And when I told her that you guys were planning on putting on some full-size clinics this summer, she was very interested. What I wasn't sure of at the time was the age groups that were allowed to attend these camps. So it definitely sounds like you're reaching that. And as we know, in the state of North Carolina, having some of these youth camps like this could be big. I mean, I would imagine that a kid comes to a camp like this for 5 days, they're going to leave a different wrestler. I mean, this is coaching and techniques and training that you're going to get from college level coaches and athletes. It's going to be tough to come by otherwise.
Yeah, absolutely. And, the reason why we're doing it from, age 7 and up is just because, when you're talking about a full day starting at 9 in the morning all the way to 3 in the afternoon, we want to make sure that the kids' attention span can make it through the day, especially for a week-long camp. And, what we're going to do is we're going to break the day up. We're going to have some games and things like that. We're going to play some different kind of motor skill development, maybe a little bit of gymnastics and tumbling that we'll build into our camps, and, try to keep it moving and, give the campers some adequate breaks. But the main thing is they get a great introduction to the sport of wrestling, and they get some really quality instruction, from an early stage in their development.
Yeah, without a doubt. That's going to be big for a lot of people. I would imagine there's going to be a lot of development to happen at that camp. Coach, following that one, man, you guys don't have much of a break starting the end of June. You guys are going to be busy. And this is kind of that session that everybody talks about in the Beyond the Mat. What was your favorite part, or what was the part you disliked the most about camp, moving mats or rolling around on the mat with the kids? So it's going to be a long day for you guys. July 1st through the 3rd, Prospect Camp. Who's the camper? What's that camp look like, and what can they expect to get out of that one?
Well, I would say this camp is going to be really geared toward any high school age prospect that is looking to wrestle post high school. That's looking to make the jump to the next level after high school, potentially wrestle in college, and maybe just kind of get a taste of kind of what that kind of training's like, or kind of what the level's like, or any prospect that's trying to get noticed. I mean, that camp will be ran exclusively by our staff. And so we'll be there having hands on these wrestlers and getting an eye on them, to be able to look at them, interact with them, get to know them better as young men and women. And obviously, hopefully, we'll pick up a couple of potential recruits out of those camps eventually. I mean, Will Formato, that was Southern Conference wrestler for us, or Southern Conference Wrestler of the Year for us this year. That's how we picked him up, was in one of our prospect camps, 4 years ago. So.
Yeah, I've talked to a lot of your wrestlers, probably current and past, that have said the way they heard about and learned about App State wrestling was at one of their wrestling camps. So it seems to be a pretty traditional approach or avenue to get into the program and to at least get noticed.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's a lot of quality wrestlers that come through our camps. We have a great camp system. Individuals and teams come from all over the United States, and it's a great camp system, and just really thankful for all the support we've had over the years.
Coach, we end up with July 5th and then July 12th through the 15th. Are these both the same camps, just different teams involved?
Yeah, they're both 4-day team camps, and we can only have 350 in each camp. So we're hoping that we can spread the teams out. And, typically for these, we'll have 3 team sessions of team camp, where we'll typically have between 1,200 and 1,500 campers in those 3 camps. And so, this summer it's going to be a very competitive time to try to get your team registered before those camps close, because 350 is not a very big number compared to the size of camps that we typically run.
Yeah, that's for sure. Obviously, still team slots available in both of those camps.
Yeah, we've got some team slots available, and It's if you register for each of those camps, we do offer team discounts for either of those camps. If you register by May the 28th and you register a team, you can qualify for team discounts if your team's registered by May 28th.
Very nice. Coach, what is how does the team camps vary from the individual camps? Is this more of of competing in team competitions? Is that part of the training, or are the coaches and the staffs involved in the training usually? Are they able to walk away with some knowledge that you guys are handing out there at the varsity gym?
Yeah, so our team camps are obviously there is a team competition component to it. We also have, instruction, wrestling instruction each day, a couple of sessions each day. And so they're going to get quality skill instruction, and then they're going to couple that with team competition. And it's really just, these camps are designed for like team building, growing teams, getting some good competition. And, I know a lot of teams say that this is kind of where they start the sessions for their new for the next year's team. They start developing their captains and their team chemistry and their bonds, and that's kind of where they start building that next year's team is at our team camps each summer. And so that's the difference. Is we actually have live competition in a dual meet format, dual meet setting in those camps. You'll have technique instruction and competition each day. So like pretty much every session you have like a skill instruction for an hour or an hour and a half or 90 minutes, and then you go right into a team dual meet. And you'll take a break, you go to lunch or dinner or whatever, and then you'll come back and do that same kind of pattern again. I'll bring in some different instructors. Obviously my staff will be instructing as well. And we'll have some good competition from teams all over the Southeast and the United States.
And definitely sounds like a great opportunity for young wrestlers to come to a program, a Division I program, and learn firsthand. And obviously out there on the mat doing it with the guys and with the staff. So definitely sounds like a great opportunity. I will say I've had some conversations with Coach and how we can possibly cover some of it and allow the parents and the families and fans to get an insight into what goes on and into maybe some of the competitions. We haven't come up with anything set in stone yet, but I think there's an opportunity to do something to be able to showcase that and let people see what goes on and kind of the level of competition that comes there. So stay tuned with that. I'm sure we'll figure out something and bring something of that sort to you. Coach, what's going on with the team? We've covered pretty good aspect of the camps and what those camps look like. How's the team doing? How's the guys doing in the wrestling room?
Team's going great. Our guys just finished up with our final exams, and we're anxiously awaiting our grades for the spring semester. Meanwhile, we've been training a lot of freestyle. We actually sent a team up to Lock Haven this past weekend that competed in some freestyle duels, and we finished second up there in that event. In the finals, we split 5-5 with Lock Haven and lost on criteria. But went 4-1 in dual meets on the day, and we got a lot of our young guys got to compete in that event, so it was good for them, and it was still a very competitive team, and so it was good. And then right now we're training, getting ready to send 6-7 guys to Lincoln, Nebraska next weekend for the U23 Nationals, and so we've got some things coming up here we're trying to get our guys ready for, and it's actually not next weekend. It's the 27th is when we're leaving, so the end of May.
Nice. That's kind of a quick turn and burn for those, because it seems like those just happened, right? Like right before the season happened for you guys, it seemed like. So it's seems like they're getting right back into it. In no time, we'll be back in varsity gym, Coach.
Yeah, absolutely, and I'm hoping that we have it packed again with all the fans that we're used to having. That was it was something I was very glad that we got the season in this year, but man, I'm ready to get back with varsity gym rocking for our home dual meets.
Yeah,
got a great schedule lined up for next year, so you're going to want to buy a season ticket for sure, and we'll make sure that you get that as soon as we get our schedule released.
Yeah, I will tell you, The season ticket for App State Wrestling home duels is the absolute best bang for the buck in Boone. You cannot beat that. As a matter of fact, every time I talk, and I'll tell on myself, every time I talk to anybody at athletics, I tell them they need to raise the price of that season ticket because it is absolutely the best bang for the buck in Boone, anything athletic-wise. You can't beat it. Looking forward to getting back in there, Coach. You said a familiar town, a familiar foe, Lock Haven. DJ's going back to his alma mater to do some coaching, so we've got a coaching opening as well. What can you tell us about that opening, who you're looking for, and kind of what that fit looked like?
Yeah, it's just kind of all happened, very sudden. DJ approached me a couple weeks ago, told me that, he had an opportunity to go back to Lock Haven where he wrestled at and was, thinking about taking that job. And, he ended up accepting it. And so he will be leaving here at the end of May, and which means our volunteer position will be open. And ideally what I'm looking for is a young guy that's eager to learn, wants to, be part of a special program. And if I had it my way, I'd like to find a lightweight. We've got a tremendous group of lightweights in our room that would, benefit from having another lightweight coach. But it's going to be tough. I mean, it's, right now with, the COVID year and all these super seniors getting back another year. So, but yeah, we are starting to look for, a potential replacement for that volunteer position. And, we'll try to make sure that it's the right fit before we hire anybody.
Yeah. I will tell you, if you're at all interested and you could at all possibility fill those shoes, because they're not going to be easy shoes to fill, obviously, coming out of that program with the way our lightweights are performing to begin with. You can't point a finger at anything that's happened wrong with the pedigree that's come out of the staff so far. I mean, we've got two coaches that's recently left that's now head coaches at programs that have done great under them, and I'm sure will do a lot better. So it's definitely an opportunity that will take you places. I hate to say it because that seems to be kind of App State's athletics pedigree, right? Is we bring coaches in and we end up losing them to another program. But I think that speaks for what you guys are doing, Coach. There in Varsity Gym and the program that you've put together and the staff that you guys have there.
Yeah, I appreciate it, Jeremy. I do think that's a testament to the program that we have. And, I always say that the program's bigger than any one person, including myself. And so it's all about making sure this program is it's all about making sure the program's on solid ground and that we have a culture that's established there that, even when you do lose an assistant, the program doesn't miss a beat. You find another quality assistant that wants to learn and be part of a championship caliber program. And then, you keep buying into our core beliefs, our core values, and keep moving forward.
Yes, sir. Yeah, you got a great staff still underneath you, Coach. I'm sure you won't have that too hard of a time finding a replacement and filling those shoes there. Always great things from you, Coach. Do you have anything more before we let you go this evening? We've talked about a lot. Looking forward to getting the camps back running and hopefully getting this position filled, and maybe we can bring the person that fills those shoes on one of the episodes here soon. But any last words, any comments, anything like that you want to put out there before we let you go, Coach?
No, I just appreciate you giving me some time to, discuss our summer camps. They are extremely important to our program and vital to our continued success. Encourage all young wrestlers, coaches out there, high school coaches, parents. It's a great camp system to be involved in. Encourage you to go on and sign up today before those camps fill up. And, looking forward to a great summer and, already looking forward to next season. Already motivated and looking forward to getting our freshmen in and starting to work with those guys and, seeing what the future has in store for us.
Yeah, I'm telling you right now, I'm pretty excited about this coming season, especially the way we finished out the last season with those student athletes. Tremendous job out of them. Great to see some of the guys coming back, sticking it out another year, an extra year for those super seniors. Another testament to the program is that retention of guys like that, sticking around the program. Coach, appreciate you. It's always great to catch up with you. Look forward to seeing you out holding a golf club and teeing one up hopefully in the coming weeks. So
yeah, absolutely.
Appreciate your time, Coach. But great to catch up with you.
All right. Thanks, Jeremy. Have a good night.
You too. Hey, man, I'm excited. I'm ready to be back in varsity gym again and watching those guys beat up on their opponents on a pretty regular basis. Hey, you heard it. These programs, these camps are very vital to this program. And I will tell you what's even more vital, you being a member of the Yosef Club. I'm going to continue to beat this drum. This program's on 5.5 scholarships, and in my opinion, that's completely unacceptable. I know we can do better as fans. I know we can do better as an athletic community that supports App State. So if you can, take the time and join the Yosef Club. It is not one of those groups where you've got to donate thousands of dollars a month or a year or anything like that. $100 commitment will go a long way. I can promise you that. Just start out small. $100. I think you can make payments on it now. $100 a year will go a long ways in continuing to support successful programs like this and ensuring that more scholarships are available. Like I said, I'm going to continue to beat this drum until we've got Yosef Club member numbers up where they need to be. But that's going to take some time. Trust me, it's going to take some time. But good to hear from Coach. Thank you for tuning in, and definitely appreciate the support of the Rockfin subscribers and our Patreons. It was good to be able to donate a little bit of money to the Wrestling Scholarship Fund, and I hope my goal is to do a lot more next season, and I'm pretty sure that we can. So appreciate your support, appreciate you tuning in, and have a great evening. Go Apps.
This has been a production by Yosef Media.